Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free. Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free for me. Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free. Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free. See, what's good, everybody? Good morning, good morning. I hope that anybody that's on spring break was enjoying themselves. I hope the kids had a good time. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope the spring break was lovely. We had some good weather, y'all. We had some really good weather. But today's topic I'm talking about is forgiving and forgetting, okay? This topic to me, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm off my nose. Y'all know I'm ratchet, and it's okay for that because y'all still love me anyway. But my topic today, like I said, is about forgiving and forgetting. Basically, when you are going through something with somebody, or you have a friend, or you're in a relationship, and let's say something happens and it doesn't work out in a good way, are you able to forgive and forget? Can you forgive and forget, or are you just going to forgive and then not forget? Because I feel like those two topics, or those two things, they might coincide with each other. But I'm gonna take it a little bit deeper, okay? For instance, I'm pretty sure when artists are together and they're in a relationship, let's say someone gets cheated on or something like that. I'm pretty sure that a lot of those people they forgive their partner, of course, and I'm pretty sure that those partners they force themselves to forget. For instance, when Cardi B got cheated on by Offset, everybody was like, oh, they're over, they'll never be a couple again, they're never going to be happy again. But in the long run, it worked out perfectly fine because she forgave and she forgot. But that's not always the same for everybody, okay? It's not always the same for everyone, because a lot of the times when you're going through stuff like that with a person or anything in general, you do want to forgive, but sometimes it's hard to forget when things are still lingering or still in your mind and stuff like that. That's why I always say it's good to meditate in the morning when you wake up, or whenever you get up, whatever your time is. First thing you do, you meditate, you get your mind right, you make sure that you're focusing on the positive things and not the negative things, okay? Forgiving somebody doesn't always mean that you have to forget. But I feel like if you're still remembering certain things, then it might hinder the relationship you have with a friend, a family, or a spouse, even your children. We tend to give our children a little more breaks. Like, if they do something they wasn't supposed to be doing, we tend to give them a little more break because we understand they're our children and we love them like wholeheartedly. No matter what the situation is, we're always going to have their back. But we tend to do, like I said, we forget about things that they do a lot. But in the same token, I feel like it's only right and it's only fair to forget if you're going to forgive. And I'm going to tell y'all why I feel like this. When you forgive somebody, you're forgiving them because you don't want them to, feel like you don't have their best interest at heart, or they don't have your best interest at heart, and you don't want to keep continuing lingering on with the negative energy. When you're forgetting about it, that means that you're just letting it go. You're giving it to God, or you're giving it to whoever you pray to, your higher power, and you're basically, you're allowing yourself to have a clear mind and have clear space so you can be productive in your life. Because if people it's like holding a grudge. It's like nobody shouldn't have to hold a grudge. Nobody should want to hold a grudge. Because at the end of the day, when you care about somebody and you love someone, you want to let things go. You don't want to keep bringing up the past and bringing up old shit that had been happened, a long time ago. So that's why I always say I feel like it's okay to forgive. It's okay to forget. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just doing what you feel is right in your heart. Because a lot of times it is hard for people to, forget, depending on how deep the situation is. So I'm not saying that people are wrong, or I'm not saying that you guys are wrong for not being able to forget. But I feel like forgiving is a big step. Give yourself some time. Allow yourself to be vulnerable to forgive someone. People hold grudges and they're angry and they don't know why, because they're still upset about something that happened in the past. I always believe the past is the past. It can come back to haunt you if you allow it. But if you are in a better space within yourself, that's why I said meditate in the morning or meditate when you get up. Do your exercise, drink your water, take your vitamins. If you're doing all of that, there's no way that anybody or anything can defeat or can stop you from being the person that you're going to be. You do have to allow yourself to forgive. You do have to allow yourself to forget. Now, for those that can't forgive and forget, I completely understand, because some things may take a little more time. It may take a little more healing for you to be like, you know what, I'm upset right now, I'm mad, but I do forgive that person. Or I'm upset right now, I'm mad, but you know what, I can't really forget about what they did. But if you're not forgetting about it, that means you're still kind of hindering and lingering it on. So that's just one thing I just want to say about that topic, because y'all know I pick random topics just to talk about, because I just like talking about certain stuff, not typical celebrity stuff all the time, because everybody knows about not everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody know about what's going on with celebrities, but for the most part, we all kind of know what's happening, with these celebrities and stuff like that. So I want to talk about stuff that's going on in real life. In order to be great, in order to be successful, you gotta learn how to forgive and forget. You have to learn how to forgive people and free yourself of that anger. Free yourself of that feeling of, oh, I'm very upset, I'm still mad. Free yourself of that power that someone have over you. Because when you're angry at someone, that's all you're doing. You're giving them the power over yourself because you're angry. It's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be mad, but it's not okay when you sit over there and you feel like you want to forgive and forget, but you're not really doing that because you're still lingering on and holding on to certain things. If that makes sense to you guys. I'm not sure if that makes a lot of sense, but that's basically how I feel about a lot of situations. You're not gonna rent no space in my head. I'm sorry, because when I was doing that and I was a people pleaser, that was my issue. The older I got, the better I'm learning to learn myself more. People say, yeah, I've been doing that. No, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I've not always been a person that be saying no and oh yeah. I always had anger issues, and I always dealt with my anger a certain way, or was angry about certain things, or allowed certain things to make me angry, and didn't even really understand why. Not knowing that I had bipolar, disorder, and people joke around with that, but that's a serious thing, and it really does take emotions, and it takes a long time for you to really process things how differently from how other person will process things. That's a different topic, so I'm not even gonna go on that. I just want to say, just like I said, good morning to you guys. I wanted to give y'all something this morning. I'm about to go shake a chicken nuggets now. I just want to say, make sure you guys come back and like and subscribe. Make sure you guys check out some more of my content. Let me know what you feel about this video. Is it easy for you to forgive and forget, or are you forgetting, or are you forgiving? Are you doing both? Or are you just forgetting, but you didn't forgive? Or are you forgiving, but you just didn't forget? Or do you feel like they both two coincide, where as if I'm going to forgive somebody, I also want to forget it too? Because there's no reason for me to be still lingering and holding on to things that we cannot change. We clearly can't change the past. Even though it's things fucked up and you think about like, damn, how was I dealt this card, or why did I get dealt these cards? Sometimes God gives you certain cards because you feel like you're a better player. So I love you guys. Okay? Make sure you guys come back and like and subscribe. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of this weekend.